the names. Miss Trunchbull, Matilda cried, jumping about the foot in the aisle. You mean she's your aunt? She brought you up? Yes, Miss Tony said. No wonder you were terrified, Matilda cried. The other day, we saw her grab a girl by the pigtails and throw her over the playground fence. You haven't seen anything, Miss Honey said. After my father died, when I was 5.5, she used me a bath by myself all alone. And if she came off and thought I hadn't washed properly, she would push my head into the water and hold it there. But don't get me started on what she used to do. It won't help at us at all. No, Matilda said, it won't. She came here, Miss Honey said, to talk about you, and I've been talking about nothing by myself the whole time. I feel like a fool. I'm much more interested in just how much you can do with those amazing eyes of yours. I can move things, Matilda said. I know I can. I can push things over. How would you like it? Miss Honey said. If we made some very cautious experiments to see just how much you can move and push. Quite surprisingly, Matilda said, if you don't mind, Miss Honey, I think I'd rather not. I want to go home and now and think about all the things I've heard this afternoon. Miss Honey stood up at once. Of course, she says. I have kept you here for so long. Your mother will be starting to worry. She never does that, Matilda said, smiling. But I would like to go home, please, if you don't mind. Come along then, Miss Honey said. I'm sorry I gave you such a rotten tea. You didn't at all, Matilda said. I love it. The two of them walked all the way to Matilda's house in complete silence. Miss Honey sensed that Matilda wanted it their way. The child seemed so lost in thought she hardly looked while she was walking. When they reached the gate of Matilda's home, Miss Honey said, You had better forget everything I told you this afternoon. I won't promise to do that, Matilda said, but I will promise to not to talk about it to anyone else anymore, not even to you. I think that would be wise, Miss Honey said. I won't promise to stop thinking about it, though. No, Miss Honey, Matilda said. I think that would be wise, Matilda said. I won't promise to stop thinking about it, though, Miss Honey said. Miss Honey, Matilda said. I've been thinking about it all the way back from your college, and I believe I've got just a tiny little bit of an idea. You mustn't, Miss Honey. Miss Honey said. Please forget it. I would like to ask you 3 last things before I stop talking about, Matilda said. Please will you answer them, Miss Honey? Miss Honey smiled. It was extraordinary. She asked herself how these little snippets of a girl seemed suddenly to be taking charge of her problems, and with such authorities too. Well, she said, this past always was the question. The first thing is this, Matilda said. What did Miss Trunchbull call your father when there was around the house at home? I'm sure she called him Magnus, Miss Honey said. That was his first name. And what did your father call Miss Trunchbull? Her name is Agda, Miss Honey said. That's what he is headquarters. And lastly, Matilda said, what did your father and Miss Trunchbull call you around the house? They call me Jenny, Miss Honey said. Matilda paused unnecessarily carefully. Let me make sure I've got it right, she said. In the house at home, your father was Magnus, Miss Trunchbull was Agda, and you were Jenny. Am I right? This is correct, Miss Honey said. Thank you, Matilda said. And now I won't mention the subject anymore. Miss Honey wonders what else was going on in the minds of his child. Don't be anything silly, she says. Matilda laughed and turned away and ran after that orphan who was calling out as she went. Goodbye, Miss Honey. Thank you so much for the tea. 한 챕터를 더 읽을까요? 더 읽죠 뭐. The practice. Matilda found the house empty as usual. Her father was not yet back from work. Her mother was not yet back from Swingo, and her brother and her brothers might be anywhere. She went straight into the living room and opened the drawer of the sideboards when she knew her father's kept a box of seagulls. So she took one out and carried it off to her bedroom and shut herself in. Now for the practice, she told herself. It's going to be tough, but I've determined to do it. Her plan for having Miss Honey was beginning to form beautifully in her mind. She had not in almost every detail, but in the end of it all depended upon her having to the one very special thing with her eye power. She knew she wouldn't manage it right away. But she felt very confident. There was a great deal of practice and effort. She succeeded in the end. The seagull was set. It was perhaps a bit sickle as the shoes left lights, but the weight was about right. It would be fine for practicing it with. There was a small dressing table in Matilda's bedroom with a brush and comb on it and 2 library books. She cleared these things and to one side and laid the seagulls down in the middle of the dressing table. Then she walked away and sat on the end of her bed. She was now about 10 feet from the seagull. She settled herself and began to concentrate, and very quickly, this time she felt such electricity beginning to flow inside their heads, laddering itself behind their eyes, and the eyes became soft billions of tiny invisible hands began pushing out leg spots towards the seagull. Move! She shouted. She spoke into her sister's suppressed opposite words. The seagull with its eyes little red as ghost paper as bent around its middle rose away across the top of the dressing table and fell onto the carpet. Matilda enjoyed it. It was lovely doing it. It had felt as though sparks was going through the round inside her chest, flashing out of her eyes. It had given her a sense of power that was almost utterance, and how quick it had been this time. How simple. She crossed the bedroom and picked up the seagulls and put these bags on the tables. Now for the difficult one, she does. For if I have the power to push this, surely I also have the power to lift. It is until I learned how to lift it. I must learn how to lift it right up into the air and keep it there. It is not a very heavy thing, a seagull. She sat on the end of the bed and started again. It was easy now that some of the powers behind their eyes. It was pushing the trigger in the rain. Lift, she whispered. Lift, lift. First the seagull started to roll away, but then with Matilda's concentrating fiercely, one end of the solid lifted up showed an inch off the tabletop. With the crosses of force, she managed to hold it there. There's for several seconds. Then it fell back again. Phew, she gasped. I'm getting it. I'm starting to do it. For the next hour, Matilda kept and indeed she was managed to raise the sheer power of her size to lift the whole sails of the table about 6 inches into the air and hold it there for about a minute. Suddenly she was so exhausted they fell back on the bed and to sleep. When her father's later in the evening, "What's the matter with you?" the mother said, waking her up. Are you ill? Oh gosh, Matilda said, sitting up and looking around. No, I'm alright. I was a bit tired, that's all. From the dance every day after school, Matilda shut herself in a room and practiced with the circle, and soon it all began to come together in the most wonderful day. 6 days later, but the following Wednesday evening, she was able to not only to lift the circle up into the air, but also to move it around exactly as she wished. It was beautiful. I can do it, she cried. I can really do it. I can pick the circle off just with my eye power and push the and pull it in the air any way I want. All she wanted to do was to put this race plan into the action.